Hello, sports fans. Today we'll be talking about 5 times athletes did the impossible. Some moments in sports are so outrageous, so jaw-dropping, they look like they were scripted in a Hollywood blockbuster. These are the plays that left fans speechless, commentators screaming, and opponents questioning reality itself. Today we are counting down 5 times athletes did the impossible. And trust me, number 1 will leave you arguing in the comments for days to come. At number 5, we'll be looking at how Anderson Silva dodges punches like the Matrix. If you have seen the Matrix movie, then you understand exactly what I'm talking about. At number 5, we enter the octagon with Anderson Silva, the man who turned fighting into an art. In UFC 101, Silva faced Forrest Griffin, and it looked more like the Matrix than a fight. He leaned back, slipped, and dodged punches with such perfect timing it felt like choreography. Griffin swung at air over and over, looking more like a sparring dummy than a fighter. And then came the jab, a casual, almost lazy strike, but it dropped Griffin instantly. Silva didn't just win that night, he showed the world that sometimes defense can be more terrifying than offense.
Most embarrassing knockouts I think we've ever seen.
Anderson Silva, Forrest Griffin. When he explodes, it's violent. Oh, that looks a lot like James Irvin. Leaving that jab out there. Pushing forward is Anderson Silva.
Oh, right hits. He caught him and dropped him, Mike. And he hit him again with that right hook. That Hart's got to keep his chin down, Mike.
Silva looking to get inside. He says, let's go! Confident in his striking. Look at the hands flow.
Yeah, I think he really does.
Down goes Griffin! He's rocked him twice here in round 1. Look at Silva. I mean, that's just amazing.
He's out. He's out.
And it's all over! You kidding me?
Looks so tentative and so slow.
At number 4, we'll be looking at Francis Ngannou's monster knockout against Alistair Overeem. See, at this number 4, we stay in the UFC with the most terrifying punch in MMA history, Francis Ngannou. When Francis Ngannou launched that uppercut against Alistair Overeem, the world froze. Overeem's head snapped back, his body collapsed, and the crowd erupted in horror and awe. Dana White himself called it one of the most vicious knockouts he had ever seen, and that is so true. This wasn't just a knockout, it was a career-altering moment, and it cemented Ngannou as the most dangerous heavyweight the sport had ever seen.
Not a lot of people burning up Mick Maynard's phone to try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Down goes the Reem! Francis Ngannou has arrived!
That's what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, just perfect on the chin and shut him completely off with one shot. That's how scary Francis Ngannou is. I mean, that's like a scene in a movie.
At number 3, we'll be looking at Diego Armando Maradona's goal of the century. I'm sure you all remember that. Number 3 takes us back to the 1986 World Cup. Just after the infamous hand of God, Diego Maradona delivered something even more divine. Starting from his own half, he danced past 5 England defenders as if they were, just ordinary traffic cones before calmly slotting the ball into the net. Commentators lost their voices, fans lost their minds, the world lost its breath. Some called it genius, others said it was unfair, for one man to be that much better than everyone else. But Maradona's goal of the century wasn't just skill, it was destiny.
Tiene Maradona, lo marcan dos, pisa la pelota Maradona, arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial, y deja el centro a tocar para Borruchaga, siempre Maradona, genio,
At number 2, we'll be looking at how Mike Tyson destroyed Michael Spinks in 91 seconds. You know, we entered the boxing ring for this one of the most brutal statements ever made in sports. It was June 1988. Mike Tyson went against Michael Spinks, two undefeated fighters, one of the biggest boxing events of the decade. But when the bell rang, it was over before it even started. A fight that was supposed to last 36 minutes lasted all of 1 minute 30 seconds. Can you beat that? In 91 seconds, the fight was over. That's all it took for Tyson to crush Spinks with a thunderous right hand. The arena was stunned. Spinks' career was never the same. Tyson didn't just win, he obliterated the idea that anyone in the world could survive his prime.
Now watch Tyson jump right into his chest. Give him a little movement. Keep those hands high.
Various opponents have complained that Tyson rocks them with elbows along the ropes in close. Tyson not afraid, as we expected, and Spinks ready to mix it up with him. Tyson along the ropes doing damage.
Michael Spinks has to keep moving because every shot.
Uppercut landed inside, and Spinks went down.
Spinks has ever been down in a professional fight.
And he's down again, and in serious trouble. A right hand right on the chin.
6, 7, 8. It's all over.
And at number 1, we are going to be looking at we just could not separate this one because we have two different events, two different goals, and it's in football. Number 1 takes us to the football pitch, and we have two goals of the same kind that we really cannot separate. We are talking about Giroud's goal, Olivier Giroud, and Mkhitaryan's scorpion kicks. They are tied on number 1. I'm sorry, but we just could not separate them because they were both fantastic goals, very fantastic.
Saka.
But and at number 1, we have not one, but 2 goals so impossible, so outrageous, we had to call it a tie. Olivier Giroud's scorpion kick against Crystal Palace was pure audacity. The cross was behind him, but with a flick of his heel above his head, he launched the ball into the top corner. Fans and commentators alike could only laugh in disbelief. But just days earlier, Henrikh Mkhitaryan had already done the same thing for Manchester United against Sunderland. Same flick, same madness, same viral explosion. Now, the question is, who did it better? Arsenal fans scream Giroud, United fans scream Mkhitaryan. The truth? Well, both goals broke the internet and maybe even the laws of physics. That's why the scorpion kicks stand alone at number 1.
Giroud, Xhaka, Iwobi, 5 involved in this Arsenal attack. Prime among them, Alexis Sanchez. It's Giroud! Oh, that is utterly magnificent.
And there you have it, guys. 5 times athletes did the impossible. From Silva's matrix moves, to Tyson's demolition, to Maradona's genius, and finally the scorpion kicks that defied gravity itself. But now it's your turn. Which one was the most impossible of them all? Drop your answer in the comments. And don't be shy about starting a debate. because I'll be featuring the best takes in my next video. And if you loved this countdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this with a friend who thinks they have seen everything in sports, because trust me, they haven't. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.